So guys, what makes you happy? What is happiness? Well, for me, it's a day without anxiety. For me, it is a day when I can look out at my garden, the lake, and I can feel some kind of bliss and calmness within myself. Happiness, I thought back in the time, was to achieve a lot of things. And I think we are taught from the beginning, since childhood really, that you have to achieve, you have to prove something. You go to school and you get graded, how good you are, how bad you are. And I think sometimes in school we learn everything, but not about life. You learn to have an intellect, you learn to have a good memory, and I think they miss the part where it comes to compassion, sharing, loving, giving, understanding other people, what they're going through, and have tolerance and so on with other people. You know, if you become a teacher within my branch with mediumship and spiritual development, I believe you have to love people. And I do love people, and the more quirky they are, the more I love them. It's really weird, but I love people who doesn't fit into that little box. And I admire them, how they can step out of that box and just being themselves, and not maybe fit that little square little box that society think you should be in. And for me, that takes courage. Sometimes it takes a rebel. I've been a rebel all my life because I never fitted in anywhere. So I used to try different people to hang around with, and I always felt like the oddball everywhere. And when I found spirituality, I found something that I've been missing all my life. So it meant everything to me. And because of that, of course, it created a fear, and I was scared for not belong there. Because this is the first time I felt I needed something really from within here. And if I haven't fitted in anywhere else, I was terrified that I wasn't good enough to be in the spiritual movement. Everybody belongs in the spiritual movements. But when I started, it was a lot of, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, this is how you think, this is how you act, you know. And I never had the experiences that some of the teachers was talking about, and I never had things that happened to me when I was a kid. I was just terrified of the dark, but I never really had any experiences like some people are talking about. And I thought because of that I wasn't good enough. Today I realized that I've been sensitive all my life, and because of my sensitivity, and I know today that the more sensitive you are and the more you are in this energy or in this field, so to speak, the more you get used to it. So you don't feel as much, you don't see as much. And we lose a lot of good budding medium and a lot of quality mediums that could be really good for this, to helping other people, but they distrust themselves because suddenly they don't have a lot of pictures, they don't feel a lot, they don't see a lot. Hey, I'm the one who never saw a lot. I'm the one who never felt a lot. Or I thought I didn't because it's my normal state, you know. And sometimes when you grow up, you're just becoming your second, I was supposed to say second language, but it's become your nature to just be aware of what's going on around you. You have your feelers out and you see and sense and things just to be in check with your emotions. And sometimes you don't even understand why it creates anxiety, nervousness, fear, sadness or happiness. It's just a feeling. And one thing my journey through mediumship and spiritual development had taught me is that I know myself more or less today. I will never know myself totally because there will always be flaws. And like I spoke to you before, the animal instinct, you know, we look for safety and security. So we will be the biggest liar to ourselves a lot of time because we don't want to feel, we don't want to see the bad stuff. So our defense mechanisms comes up. But more than anything, I think the journey through mediumship, I'm traveling all over the world, but I haven't seen the world. I've seen the working rooms. And when you finish working, you just want to go home. And I used to joke sometimes that the best thing with this job is all the people I meet. And the worst thing in this job is all the people I meet. And it's not because I don't love people, because I do. But I got mentally tired when I've been working for a week. And after a week around people, talking, being involved with them, being in their emotions, being in the mental space, being in the physical space, suddenly I just need a break, and I just need to be in my own space, in my own solitude. So people who sees me in my professional, as a medium, as a teacher, or whatever, they think I'm very confident, they think I'm very outgoing, I'm outspoken, I'm large, bigger than life, I own my power and I take my space. That's a total different Mia, private. Because when I'm private, I lock the doors. No, I don't really lock them, but I close myself in, and I don't want to see people, I don't want to speak to people, I just do what I have to do. The necessity, I do my things for my dad, who's still alive and kicking, and I try and get out of my shell. So I visit my friend once a week, and it's been good for me. But if someone knocks on the door, I look at my husband and I go, you open the door, because I don't want to speak to anybody, and I'm actually very shy privately, and I hate talk about weather and wind, and there's no depth in whatever you're talking about, just blah, 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 blah. That's not me. But I really love a high discussion, high to the ceiling, where I get myself going and I get passionate, and I'm like an Italian, and I'm really, wow, I love that. But not everybody can take it. And so I think I'm a very complicated person, really. And I'm a complicated woman. But one thing I do know about myself after founding myself, because I was looking outside of myself for so many years to find myself, instead of looking in my own soul, my own spirit. I know I'm a good person today. I never hurt anybody. I go above and beyond sometimes to help people. I'm trying to be as good as I can, and I'm trying not to be a selfish person. But of course we all are selfish from time to time. Yes, we are. I do like my own food sometimes. Oh, I don't like that. I like that one. But that's no big deal, is it? But when it comes to people, and when people need help, I'm a sucker. I have a hard time to say no. And sometimes it's been my biggest lesson to not be the garbage bin, I've learned to put the lid on, and enough is enough. Because you also have to take care of yourself. Because if you don't have energy to take care of anybody else. So when I feel good, my family feels good. And I learned that the hard way with my kids, actually. They was as happy as they could be when the mother was happy. So think about yourself, take care of yourself, and you have plenty more to give. That's my thoughts for tonight. Bye.